That gentleman just offered to buy Loki. Loki's a dick, but I don't think I'm gonna sell him. Break. Brendan, you want to take the dogs for a walk?
Yeah.
Okay. Bonnie! Pumpkin! Do you know where his helmet is? Oh, do you know where his helmet is? Yeah, it's over here. After I drop Brennan off at daycare, we have a client, cute little dog that I've been working with for the last couple of weeks. I think we're working on leash reactivity stuff today. Then a consultation in the afternoon with another entrepreneur in town who has a dog who has some issues he wants to get checked out, looked at, and fixed. And then I have to make some creative for my dog business. So this is kind of an interesting vlog in the sense that this vlog will be like the behind the scenes for the creative to the video that I'm creating. Alright, Brennan has been dropped off at daycare. We've got about 15 minutes before my client, so I want to talk about something. Weight loss. I personally have been on my own weight loss journey over the past month or so, and it's been going well. I was 220 pounds when I first started trying to lose weight, and to put that in context, I'm kind of a short dude. I'm only 5'8". I've always looked less heavy than I actually am. So if I were to ask people to take a guess at how much I weighed, 9 times out of 10 they would guess significantly south of what my actual weight is. Even if I said to them, don't worry about offending me, aim high, they would still, by at least 10 pounds, go low. Weight loss is something that a lot of people struggle with. A lot of people don't know where to start. A lot of people are self-conscious about their weight. I'm not one of those people anymore. I was when I was in high school and public school. I was made fun of a lot for being overweight, and now that I look back on pictures of me from like public school and high school, maybe late in high school I got a little chubby, but like I wasn't that overweight. I wasn't that chubby. I let bullying get to me, and I was self-conscious about my body shape. Around my early 20s, I moved to Toronto and I started working out and eating right, and I actually got to my lowest weight ever. I was 165 pounds. The funny thing was, everybody, despite the fact that 165 to 175 pounds is like an ideal weight for somebody that's 5'8", everybody was worried about my health. Everybody thought I had an eating disorder, I wasn't eating enough, I was starving myself, I was working out too much, you name it, people thought it. Which it wasn't true. I was living on a very tight budget. I definitely was not starving myself. I was eating properly. Now, flash forward to 6 years later, 7 years later, I'm now 29 years old, and a month ago I had the realization that I was a little on the heavy side, so I decided that it'd be in my best interest and the best interest of my family to start watching what I eat, taking care of myself, basically taking the steps to make sure I remain healthy for as long as possible. About a month ago, I started doing the slow carb diet. Not the low carb diet, slow carb diet. The slow carb diet was made popular by Tim Ferriss in his book, The 4-Hour Body. That book. And the diet is really, really simple in its application, and it only has 5 rules, and I can't remember the 5 rules off the top of my head, but it's something to the effect of avoid fruits, don't eat white, starchy things, or what could be white and starchy, so no pasta, no rice, no potatoes, nothing white, nothing starchy. Don't drink calories, so no Gatorade, no Red Bull, no vitamin water. Drink water. You're permitted coffee, tea, and up to 2 glasses of red wine a day, because red wine's been shown to help in weight loss. And there's a 5th rule, but I can't remember it. Oh, the most important rule, the one that you've heard me talk about before. Take 1 day a week and eat whatever you want. And that's not just a psychological release valve, because diets tend to fail because people are like, well, if I never get to eat cheesecake again, I'd rather be fat. This serves more than just a psychological release valve, though it works really well as. All through the week, I'll get cravings for certain things. I'll want Reese's Puffs, Joe Louis, Pizza Pockets, Red Bull, things that I used to live off of. So I write them down in a list and I buy those things on Saturday and I go nuts. But there are actual reasons why this is effective. The caloric spike helps you burn fat, so it ends up allowing you to burn more fat. To date, this is, I think, my 5th week being on this diet. I've lost 12 pounds. So the last weigh-in I did, I was down to 208. But I've made a small tweak to it after listening to an old podcast of Tim's because it's more natural for me. I'm now doing intermittent fasting with the slow carb diet, which means I don't eat breakfast. I have coffee and then I have water up until about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. From 2 o'clock to 9 o'clock at night is my eating period. So I'll have 3 meals within that 8-hour time frame thereabouts, attempting to eat every 2 or 3 hours and avoid snacking in that period of time and consuming a lot of water. I haven't started exercising yet. I'm gonna buy a kettlebell soon and start doing exercise. I'm gonna start doing basic kettlebell swings as an exercise, and then I'm active with my dogs as well, so hopefully that'll kind of bridge the gap as far as exercise goes. If you're watching this and you feel like leaving a comment telling me how much the slow carb diet is unhealthy and how I shouldn't do it and how I should do veganism or vegetarianism or Atkins or anything like that, save it, because I don't care. So many people have opinions about what you should be eating. You should be doing paleo, you should be this, you should be that. And honestly, what works best is what's going to work for you. The reason I like the slow carb diet is because it doesn't put a ton of restraint on my life. It allows me to make small, minuscule, insignificant changes to my eating patterns and my eating habits and what I'm eating, and that's where I found success. If you take somebody like me who lives off of meat and dramatically shifts them to vegetarianism or veganism, there's a really strong possibility within a couple weeks that person's going to fail. It's changing too much too fast. That's something I could do in the future as a test or an experiment to see how it affects me, but it's not something I'm looking to rush into right now. The best diet, the best change for anybody if you are attempting to change behavior is small changes that the person doesn't see as intimidating or large or impossible. You go from there and make it a little harder each time. So when I've been doing my weigh-ins, I attempt as much as possible to remove any variables from the equation. I do it on the same day, same time of day, and in the same attire every time. Same scale, same area, all that jazz. Alright, so that's the first time I've weighed in where I've gained weight. I'm gonna need to look at what I've been eating and the consistency of what I've been eating and make an adjustment. I'm pretty sure I know where the weight gain has come from, so I'll make some adjustments and revisit it next week. Another thing I want to start doing too is working out, which is going to aid in losing fat. But I'm not too upset about it. I'm not too hurt about it. I just need to make an adjustment and continue. Hey, I want to thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Do that thing that you do on social media when you like the person that's making the social media. You know what it is. I shouldn't have to tell you at this point. That was my coffee.